Ooh, there's a podcast. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3 words. They fail me.
Swearing, spoilers, and opinions.
I knew what it was.
We've been through this.
No, I knew. I was going to come to it.
You were doing a thing.
Yeah, I was. That was what the ramp up was to it. And then you do like you do the, and then you stop. You do like a stop start, stop start.
Yeah.
And then I was coming back in with a like swearers, opinions, and explicit language.
Do you want to do that again then?
Well, no. Now I've told them.
Okay. Well, look forward to that on another time.
Yeah, maybe next time, maybe not. Who knows?
And welcome to 250 Reasons to Stay Indoors. I'm Kieran.
I'm Jordan.
And this is the podcast where we watch the IMDb top 250 movies and say a bunch of stuff about them. I'm pretty psyched because this is the first time I get to do the intro. Hey!
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. And also, this week we are going to watch Platoon.
Yeah.
Which is from 1986 and it is number 187 on the IMDb top 250 list.
At the time of recording. That wasn't even rehearsed. We just both did that at the same time.
That was perfectly in sync.
We're in sync.
How do you think that was in terms of like doing an intro? Was that good?
Yeah, it was fine.
Thanks.
I reckon the guys are going to love it.
Nice one. So, this film, Platoon, what do you think is going to happen, Jordan?
I reckon it's obviously going to be some sort of army film. So probably going to be something to do with a platoon. That's probably I'm playing it safe this week, to be honest, Kieran.
All right.
I think it's going to be a platoon.
But what are they going to do?
Where could they be? It's not really giving me much. So what year was it out?
It was out in 1986.
1986.
But that doesn't mean it's set in 1986,
no,
Jordan. Here's the thing.
It doesn't mean that. But what were they making films about in terms of army things in 1986?
When was Vietnam?
I don't know. I'm probably very not in a very good position to make an assumption based on the year.
Very not in a very good position.
No, and very not in a very good position to talk because apparently I can't do that anymore.
I reckon Platoon.
Yeah.
It's indeed going to be about a platoon.
Yeah.
But I reckon it's going to be Dad's Army style. Bunch of lads.
Okay. Like old guys? Old geezers?
No, I reckon it's going to be younger guys. So not so much Dad's Army. But I do think it's going to be... Okay, I'd like it to
be... Older
Brother's
Brother's Army.
Yeah. Uncle's Army.
Uncle's Army.
And it's just a little bit... Cousin's Army, there you go.
Cousin's Army.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of lads doing some laddie army things.
Some laddie army things.
And they shoot people. Like, they're really good at shooting people and that, but it's all a bit tongue-in-cheek.
Okay, so should we go watch the film now?
Yeah, let's go watch the film. Platoon.
Let's go.
1986 Platoon. 1986 Platoon.
Yeah. So, Kieran, fast thoughts for the film. Platoon.
Vietnam.
Army.
Shooting.
Rice.
Smoking. Raping.
Yeah. Straight in there. Black people.
White people.
All living together in harmony.
They really weren't.
No. Guns.
Bullets. It's quite quite army.
William Dafoe.
What?
Willem Dafoe.
William Dafoe?
Charlie Sheen.
I thought William Dafoe was like is that not a novelist? Like an author?
No.
Daniel Defoe. Different guy.
I don't read.
Yeah. Are we done with the fast thoughts? I'm done with the fast thoughts.
I think we are. Do you want to do your 15-second pitch?
I want to beat up my microphone first.
I don't know, do you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Charlie Sheen is volunteered to go to Vietnam. He's having a shit time at at the start, and then he gets pally and with some people realizes that the platoon is split. Almost everyone dies at the end. He kills a bunch of people, and then that's it.
16 seconds. That was good.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But let's give a full synopsis.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Can you give sound effects for everything that we do in this episode, please?
He's walking, so clip clop.
so Charlie Sheen is a fawn. Yeah. Charlie Sheen is Mr. Tumnus from Narnia, and he's clip clopping through Vietnam. And then
it's the director's cut.
Everyone's a mythological creature. Okay, you're looking like you really know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, so the guy who's the big bastard general guy.
Yeah.
What creature's he?
He is a griffin.
The guy who's the guy from Scrubs?
He's a thorn.
He's a fawn.
Yeah, no, Charlie Sheen's a centaur.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strong.
Well, it doesn't start off strong.
Could carry people.
Okay, he does end up carrying people.
Yeah.
Junior, the black dude.
What mythological creature are black people?
Glad you're answering this question, not me.
Yeah. I think we needed to film this one just to
just to make this okay.
I can do this.
Jordan's got the license for this one.
A great golden phoenix.
Very good. That's the correct answer. Okay, so what happens in this film? Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, so
he clops off the helicopter.
Yeah. He's going to war.
Yep, because he's volunteered to go to Vietnam.
Yeah. He's you're introduced through a narrative that is him writing to his grandma to begin with,
Yeah.
And it's just sort of you open up with his sort of first week in Vietnam, and he's having a shit time, really struggling. They apparently they give the worst jobs to all of them and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and then as essentially what happens in this film is we see his time in Vietnam.
Yeah.
I think the best way that we're going to go through this film is by describing the hierarchy between people and the relation between different people. So, right at the bottom, you've got Charlie Sheen. Next level up, got a bunch of people. Not worth mentioning all of them. Next level up, you got the guy from Scrubs.
Yeah.
Then you got 2 lieutenants.
Yes.
You got the really, really big bastard one.
Yeah.
Got the one who's a bit crazy.
Green Goblin.
Okay.
You wouldn't have understand that reference. He plays Green Goblin in Spider-Man.
Okay. Next. Okay. Next one up is some guy who's like a captain or something, but he's a bit of a wuss.
Yeah.
Next guy up, he's like the head, like the chief dude. He's like #1 guy.
Yeah.
So that's the deal.
Well done for explaining how hierarchy works.
I feel like it's important. So as we go on, there's a scene where they're night watching. There's some big ambush. Some people die, and it's partly Charlie Sheen's fault. I don't think it's Charlie Sheen's fault. I think it's
slightly ambiguous. He wasn't supposed to fall asleep. He did fall asleep, but then he wakes up and sees them sort of coming towards them and manages to... Does he shout just before they start shooting or something? I think he gives the slightest bit of a heads up. But there's another guy that was supposed to be awake and he is asleep.
Yeah.
So it's not just Charlie Sheen's. It's not just Charlie Sheen's fault. It's also Charlie Sheen's and the other guy.
Yeah. So anyway, as we see all of these little scenes where Charlie Sheen is going through Vietnam and he's struggling with all the bugs and stuff.
Yeah.
He's becoming a bit tougher.
Yeah.
There's a very harrowing scene where they're in a village and they pillage the village and they discover there's loads of guns there.
Yeah.
And they kill everyone. They kill all the men and they start raping a bunch of the women. And Charlie Sheen's like, don't do that. So we continue. And he gets a bit tougher.
Yeah.
There is a really big fight scene between the Americans and the Vietnamese. And they've all split up to go do different jobs. The 2 lieutenants are given the same job to go in one place. And Charlie Sheen's gone with them. And then, they're breaking off. So there's like Charlie Sheen, one other guy, 2 lieutenants. One lieutenant runs off to be like, I'm going to go down the river or some shit.
Yeah. To just like completely commando it. Like
to commando the whole thing. He's running like a fucking madman.
Yeah.
And then, but then they call them all back because they're all getting fucked up. But then the other lieutenant chases after the guy who's just been running fuckloads.
Yeah.
Kills him.
Yeah.
Or tries to kill him.
Yeah.
But actually, this guy's a tough
He's a tough old cookie.
Yeah, he is a tough old cookie, and he ends up just running with like loads of bullets in him. Anyway. But in any case, Charlie Sheen knows that this bastard lieutenant has killed this other lieutenant.
Yeah.
And the dynamic in the group now is that as the film progresses, the tough as nails bastard lieutenant becomes superior to his captain officer.
Yeah.
Right. But Charlie Sheen knows this beef, right? We keep going. They're going places, and they're all preparing for this big last final fight scene where they're in dugouts and stuff, and they got these little bunkers and shit. And then all the Vietnamese come and they all fucking kill each other, and there's some dudes doing a kamikaze thing.
Yeah.
And loads of people are getting shot left, right, and center. Fight. Yeah. And by this time, Charlie Sheen is like he's the guy. He's not like a lieutenant or anything.
He's the ish.
But he's like he is like seasoned.
Yeah.
Like he's
like just bloodied by this point.
He's
dipped
scarred.
his toe.
And he's told his gran enough times, I'm sick of this, and I don't really know what I'm doing, and all this kind of stuff.
Stops right into her.
He just stops right into her.
Doesn't even care.
It doesn't even care because he's fucking tough as nails. At the end of this, next morning, this huge scene, and Charlie Sheen wakes up, and he's still alive, and he's a bit decrepit and stuff. He realizes that this bastard lieutenant is still alive, shoots him, kills him. That's the end of that. He gets on a helicopter, goes home.
Fucks off.
And he finally writes, it says a little monologue at the end of it where he's like,
that's the film.
I don't know what the point of this was and all of that stuff.
So the director, Oliver Stone, he went to Vietnam, dropped out of college and went to Vietnam. And it sounds like it's like an element.
So it's a film about his life?
I don't think so. It was, he had experienced it. Okay. And there was actually a point in the very dramatic scene in the village where filming that, he actually had like a PTSD attack because it was just too real.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is pretty real.
Yeah. But the story itself was just, it was very bleak, but the story was trying to get across, I think, like the idea that the guys were actually fighting themselves as well as the enemy. Mm-hmm. Like there was a lot of civil war sort of thing going on inside the group. It was everything was so tense. Everyone was having such a shit time.
So that was one of the things that he said in his monologue.
Yeah.
We weren't fighting the enemy. We were actually fighting ourselves.
There you go. So I got it wrong. They're not fighting as well as they're just fighting themselves.
Yeah. Okay.
So my first thought of the film was the opening music. I was like, have I heard
where's
this
that from?
before?
Where's that from?
Yeah.
Is that a sample?
So it's Adagio for strings.
The classic. It's a classic.
A classic, yeah. No, it's been in loads of films.
What a banger.
It's been in The Elephant Man. So that may be where you remember it from. Yeah. But it has also been in Tenacious D, Pick of Destiny. Okay. And it's been in like Kevin and Perry Go Large. And South Park, Simpsons. It's been in like loads of things.
Okay, I only know it from The Elephant Man, which is weird because that's like the most obscure of all of those things.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh.
Bizarre, but yeah, I was listening to it. I was like, where is this from? I know this.
No, but I swear that someone's like sampled it. It sounds like one of them tunes that Massive Attack would have been like.
Yeah,
probably.
probably.
Have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so that was nice.
Yeah.
It came back quite a few times. It was pretty much like, well, it wasn't the only music in the whole thing, but it was like.
No. But because it was Charlie Sheen, I was expecting this film to be funny. When we first predicted it, I didn't realize that Charlie Sheen was in this.
Uh-huh. And then you saw he was.
And then I saw he was, and I was like, oh, this is going to be funny.
I haven't seen anything with Charlie Sheen in it ever.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen like.
You've seen 2.5 Men?
I know that he's in 2.5 Men.
Men.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
Okay, never mind.
No, I haven't seen 2.5 Men.
But,
I know him from Coke Binge.
Yeah.
and from being that guy
Winning,
winning and all of that stuff. So I only know him from that reference, but other than that, not seen anything that he's been in.
Well, one reference that I did want you to learn from this, I think I've said it before, is Forrest Whitaker eye.
What?
No, exactly. The guy had Forrest Whitaker eye.
Who?
Forrest Whitaker.
Who had Forrest Whitaker eye?
No, that's my point. Forrest Whitaker is in this film, so it's a good time for you to understand what that reference means. He's the guy with the eye. You know?
I don't know what that is.
He was looking like this. He was like.
But who was that person?
This is one of the black guys, and he. No, oh come on! He's like.
It just. Okay, this is an audio podcast.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So remember that. But I'm going to describe what Jordan's doing. He looks pained. Can you do it again? Okay, so he looks pained, and he's got one eye completely closed, and the other one he's opening with his.
Because I can't quite squint this one the same.
So okay, it's not even as if he's winking. He's squinting with one eye
he's got
only.
It's a messed up eye on the right or left. I don't know. It's just one of them is messed up.
So it was one of the black dudes that had that.
Yeah. And
is that just the actor, or is that his character?
Yeah, no, that's the actor. He's called Forrest Whitaker, and he has Forrest Whitaker eye.
Why did they not call it Forrest Whitaker? That makes sense. So that's not even a joke. That's just makes sense. Anyway,
you're just trying to save time.
Yeah, I want to just save syllables. Anyway, that's good to know. That's a lovely reference. Thanks for that, Jordan.
Thank you.
Thanks for teaching me.
You are welcome.
Wonderful. Okay, can we do beefs?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. My main beef with this film is, first of all, I just didn't really like it. And also, it was just so like testosterone and like and guys.
It's an army film, Keiran.
Yeah, but but there's parts where it's like ridiculous amount of violence.
Yeah,
and it's like guys finding excuses to rape people.
Yeah,
not about that. And also like no, it was just too much. I just felt like it was too much. And I don't feel like that's because the film was like shit. Like that's not the reason why I think the film's shit or why I didn't like it. Like I don't really like this genre.
So you didn't really like the film?
No, in general, I don't really like the genre. Okay. Like I'm not really into it. But okay, but the reasons why I feel like the film's not as good as everyone says it is, all of the monologue stuff where Charlie Sheen is talking to his gran.
Yeah.
I feel like all of that just sounds really fake. It feels like a piss take, because I feel like that kind of thing has been done where in a comedy thing they're talking and they're taking the piss out of themselves and they're taking the piss out of the situation by talking really seriously about it, and it's actually taking the piss. Okay. So I feel like that's what was going on here. But oh wait, it was actually the original one. So especially at the end where it's like, we weren't fighting the enemy, we were fighting ourselves. And at that point I was like, no, I'm out. I'm tapping out.
Okay. And I think what's happened there is you've seen a comedy where that's happened, and you've seen such few films that is what you relate it to.
Yeah, and so it just felt really cheap to me. Okay. It didn't really feel worthy at all.
I mean, that's fair enough. It is a very testosterone-fueled film. It's an army film, that's what they're going to be. This one in particular, I've seen quite a few, and this one in particular is very grim, doesn't show you much joy. Like it's just pretty brutal throughout the whole thing. Part of me liked that it seemed to be just like a little bit more of an honest depiction of how crap it would actually be to be at war. But I mean, I've got in my notes, hour and a half in, I was bored because it just was so. There wasn't enough going on. There wasn't something like, it's like when you think of the film Saving Private Ryan, which I'm sure you've never seen.
No.
There's a goal. There's an element to what they're working towards.
That's a good point.
Just felt like they're just there at war, and it's just you're just watching them go through war.
It just felt like a diary.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a retelling of events with no real sort of like.
There was no motive from the start.
Yeah.
I guess the one thing that there was that it was like, oh, you serve a year in Vietnam.
Yeah, so it's just a retelling of almost like, oh, we're just seeing how they progress through this year.
Yeah, so I guess it was that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't really enough for me to be engaged the whole time.
No, and me neither.
Also, I didn't like the drama between everyone. I feel like that drama was like, I was bored of it after a while. Because no one actually grew a pair of balls and killed the dude that was being an asshole the whole time.
Wow. I really I disagree with you. I think that's the only thing that made it interesting.
What, the drama between everyone?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I just don't like the way that Charlie Sheen was with it the whole time. I don't like him as an actor. I feel like his face kind of annoys me a little bit. Like his face doesn't do enough.
I think his face served the purpose, though. It was like fresh-faced boy from college has come to war, and it's not what he expected. He looks out of place, and that's what he was supposed to be.
Mm.
Interestingly, they had like so all the actors, they did like a 2-week boot camp.
That makes sense.
Before, and they started filming the day after, so they were all like ragged.
It makes sense also because they're all like fit. Apart from, there's one scene where they're like filming in the camp that they have, yeah. And everyone's wearing like this shirt, army shirt. Apart from one dude, half naked. And he's the hairiest fucking gorilla I've seen. And it was like, that's gross. Why is the one guy who's half naked like really hairy? That was kind of... That was
no fan service for you there.
No, it wasn't really bad. That wasn't really nice.
No. What was up with Dr. Cox's voice?
Who's Dr. Cox again?
I mean, I don't know what the actor's name is. It's just from Scrubs.
Oh, the guy from Scrubs. Right.
Yeah.
What was up with his voice?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I mean, it was a bit different.
What was he putting on an accent? I mean, I can't imagine that's how he actually talks. It's not how he talks in Scrubs.
I don't know.
It was weird. I couldn't get past it.
I felt really kind of uncomfortable during the whole film. I don't know why.
Johnny Depp was in this film.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I didn't notice until the end credits when it says Johnny Depp.
It said right at the start that he wasn't. Wait.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Yeah, it said right at the start that he was in it. Who was he again?
Who is he?
No, who was he?
Oh, I don't know. He was. I remember I rewinded it to look at who it was when it came up, and I still didn't recognize who he was.
All right.
It was just. I swear, it was just like a random dude. It was one of the first films that he had in Hollywood, sort of thing. Like it was one of his.
Right. What was that?
I just did a very phallic symbol, didn't I? It's one of his.
Dick in the sky.
Into fame. There we go.
Cool. Okay. I have a few bits and bobs.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, do you have more beefs?
No, not really. Other than just like the idea that. Yeah, I didn't really get like attached to any of the characters. I don't feel there was enough sort of character development in as much as like who each of them really are and their goals, their desires, their aspirations. It was just we're at war and we want to leave.
Yeah, I struggle to really pick out specifically what I don't like because I just really don't like the genre.
There was one point when after the lieutenant has killed the good lieutenant, bad lieutenant's killed good lieutenant, and they're all plotting how they might kill him, and like Charlie Sheen's like, we need to kill him, and all this. And then he turns up and he's like, what you talking about, you bunch of bitches, all that sort of thing. And he's like, you could kill me. Nobody would even know.
And I was like, just kill him then.
No, I was like, well, who the fuck did it? I'm sorry, like, no. If he's just gone in there and then he's dead, either they've got to hide the body, yeah, or B, there's a body there, someone's going to find it, and like,
so they will get caught.
Someone
will know.
Yeah, they're going to find out because he's going to go missing. Like, someone's going to realize that he's dead, and someone will be accountable for that. And I feel like in the army, they probably have some ways of working out who did it that maybe aren't as nice as not in the army.
They can probably tell.
Yeah. So when he says that, I'm just like, well, no, that doesn't justify why these people are not doing it. Like, that's just silly. You're being a silly man.
Yeah, and I have a beef. There's quite a specific beef. The whole writing letters thing.
Yeah.
How's the Postal Service working there?
They have a postal service in the army. They like each letter gets like screened as well, and like they'll take stuff out.
So is it the deal? Right, this is what I'm imagining.
Or no deal with Noel Edmunds just comes off the plane.
And he opens up a box and it says, "You, platoon number 765. These are all the letters from you."
Yeah.
So people send on the letters. So like, let's say I'm trying to send a letter to this platoon.
Yeah.
Or my mate in this platoon.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Dear Benny, miss you. Deal or no deals on telly. You're missing it right now."
That one will probably get through.
Yeah, it'll probably get through, and then because the army's like, "Oh yeah, I like Deal or No Deal as well."
Yeah,
when
and
they
it
open the
doesn't
boxes.
tell you like whether you're winning or losing the war. Or
It's
something
great.
Like
It's
that.
great suspense. It's good. And on the address it says XYZ platoon, send it off to Vietnam, please. So it goes in the box. Noel Edmund carries this box on the helicopter or the airplane with all.
I thought we'd abandoned the Noel Edmund thing, but I'm glad we're sticking with it.
Yeah. That's really important. And then you get there. Noel Edmonds is in Vietnam. He rips off the little tab on the box. He opens it up, and it says "Letters from your mate Keiran" on the inside. And then you give them out to all the people.
Yeah.
And then who was it? Jimmy, Benny sees the letter, and he's like, "Oh shit, yeah, deal or no deal. Oh shit, that's Noel Edmonds." But by that time, he's already gone off to the next platoon.
Yeah.
So is it the case that when you're writing home, someone just like picks up all of the letters and then just sends them off?
Well, yeah, they have helicopters, don't they, that fly people in and out.
Is it specifically post helicopters?
Well, maybe not, but you just put them in a sack. There's not that many guys there. They can't be writing that many letters.
So many of them must have got lost in the mail.
Well, probably, yeah. I mean, what are the chances that they actually get through? Probably quite slim, but it's maybe it's just the idea of writing a letter and having that communication, just the chance of it, and having someone to write to and being able to like word your thoughts and things like that.
I would be doubly pissed off if I got on like say when you get deliveries, yeah, but you miss the delivery, and they sent you a little stupid little thing saying, "Hi, we missed you," and I was like, "Well, fuck's sake!"
What, you're in the middle of Vietnam and your Amazon Prime delivery didn't arrive.
No. I'm saying like, let's imagine all your posts got delivered by a helicopter.
Right, that'd be cool.
It would be cool, but if you missed it, I'd be gutted.
What? Because you missed the helicopter?
Yeah, that'd be local news. Helicopter landing in northwest London. That'd be crazy.
Well, it wouldn't be local news, would it? Because that would be how the post gets delivered. It wouldn't be interesting.
Oh, I'd be so cluttered. Do you reckon the helicopter would just land in the middle of the road and just like deliver letters to all
I
those? I
reckon we probably worked out a system for it if that's how we're going to do it. It's quite an invasive way of getting news.
It is quite an invasive way of getting news. I reckon
maybe we just have like newspapers and then like the Royal Mail.
I think it's like the next level up. It's like further on from Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Amazon Prime goes international.
Well, no, we're just getting drones, aren't we? That's what we're talking about,
That's
really.
where it's at.
Yeah, which is what's happening. So
are we saying that we're inventing the future a bit late?
I say you've just realised what's actually going on already.
Shit. Well, okay.
And don't
pull
me into it because this is all.
I'm a bit late to the party, but at least I'm there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one invited you, though.
Well, I invited myself to this party. And I'm bloody here now. Anyway.
Oh, bloody hell, everyone. Hide your chips and dip. Kieran's here.
Because you know I'm going to have at them chips and dip. Oh, I'm going to have them chips and
hide
dip.
Hide your beans.
Hide your beans.
Hide your beans.
Hide your beans, Kieran's here. That's what they always say. They always say hide your beans.
Yeah.
I have another question.
Yeah.
What's the mustache policy in the army? Because everyone's got to be clean shaven, but then you got dudes with mustaches.
No, but that's the thing, isn't it? Like, it's through boot camp, you like shave your hair, and then when you're there, like, fucking do what you want with it, mate. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I do not know anything about the army.
That's reasonable. So you got to have your hair a certain way when you're in training.
It's like the camaraderie. I would have thought, like everyone's the same camaraderie. Everyone's the same. Were you just trying to pick me up on not saying that properly? Because I'm pretty sure I said it properly.
Camaraderie, but carry on.
Camaraderie. Fuck you. Oh, you've properly derailed me.
This is
you
my
fucking
favorite
dick.
part of the episode.
No, camaraderie, when they're all like getting stuck in together, everyone's the same, no one has hair, everyone wears the same thing.
This is my daily life, mate. Everyone's the same. No one has hair.
Yeah.
This is great.
No.
So every bald person I see, or person with not much hair, I'm like, we're the same. It's like we've all been to boot camp.
Yeah.
But the boot camp of life, where it's just like you lose all your hair. But seriously, mustaches. So I want to know, how big can you grow your mustache? How bushy can it be? Like, can you have like a little twizzly thing going on, or do you have to wax it? Can you not allowed wax? Like, is there? I want there to be.
How are you getting mustache wax in Vietnam,
dude? How's the fucking black dude getting hot sauce in Vietnam?
Has he got hot sauce?
I thought, playing up to stereotypes much, even in fucking Vietnam, the black dude can get hot sauce.
I mean, I imagine they have hot sauce in Vietnam.
Well, I imagine they'd have mustache wax in Vietnam.
Why would they have mustache wax?
Why wouldn't you have mustache wax in Vietnam? They've got loads of other shit. They've got like...
Hot sauce is like a...
If you can get American condoms and cigarettes, I'm pretty sure you can get mustache wax.
Probably, to be fair. Yeah. Well, the same way you get it that way.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm saying.
So you've answered your
hot
question.
Sauce.
Well, either of those things.
Okay, so
everything just comes through the mail.
So that
Amazon drones.
It all comes back to Amazon drone mail. So that answered my question about the black dude with the hot sauce, but about the mustache, I want to see the manual where it's like the American. I'm coming back to this.
I know you are not letting it go.
What if I bring in Noel Edmunds? Created the mustache policy. All right. So
Jesus Christ.
So I'm trying to interest you, Jordan. So Noel Edmunds has the mustache policy, yeah?
Right,
and he's got this leaflet and it says, here are the different grades of mustache, yeah?
Yeah.
So
and he just gets the lighter out, burns it, goes, I don't fucking care. Do what you want with your mustaches. I literally don't care.
Jordan,
just kill the guys.
but they clearly don't not care about the mustaches.
That's a double negative, and I will not tolerate it.
So they clearly do care about the mustaches.
Thank you.
Because they all have to. They can't have a beard. They can't like keep all of their facial hair.
Right.
They have to be clean shaven on the cheeks and the chin and shit. But the mustache is fine. Yeah.
Why?
Did you see anyone with a beard?
Show me the policy that says that, then, Keiran.
This is what I'm asking you. So Noel Edmunds rocks up with all these boxes, and in box number 1 it says you can have a very small mustache, but not one that looks like Hitler. And the next box along it says you can have a slightly wider one that goes to the width of your lips.
Okay.
And then the next box along is that you can go a bit more than that.
Yeah.
And then in the box that says handlebar mustache, that's the one the banker has, and that's the one you don't go for. Right?
Okay.
So you're not allowed a handlebar mustache.
No.
So what I'm saying is, in the whole of Neil or No
in the whole of Neil or No Neil,
Neil doesn't have a mustache.
Oh fucking god. I hate you so much. How do you sleep at night?
There were no Neils in this film, as far as I'm aware. Essentially, I really wanted to know what the mustache policy was.
Yeah.
How big a mustache can you have?
I don't know.
And how small can it be?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Oh, that's all I wanted from this episode.
Okay.
Was those questions.
Okay.
Hot sauce, post, and mustaches.
Well, I'm glad that you got sufficient answers, maybe or not. I don't care.
All right, you have the rest of the episode because I don't want to say anything
There
else.
was just a couple of lines that I liked. I'd like to highlight now that we used, and
ain't nothing like a piece of pussy.
that's the one.
Yep.
Ain't nothing like a piece of pussy. I liked that. That was funny. He was like, like big old smile. Like, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna give me some pussy. Ain't nothing like a piece of pussy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, by the same token, I was like, ugh. But yeah,
I just thought it was funny.
I preferred it when the guy was like, shit, because there was one of those.
That was good. That was good too. And then another one when one of the guys said, fighting this war with one hand tied to their balls. It's so
That's
army,
nice.
isn't it?
Yeah.
They're fighting this war with one hand tied to their balls.
Yeah, I don't remember that one, but that's a good one.
Yeah, that was good. That was pretty much it, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there were some good lines in this film.
I reckon this film made instilled some shit in Charlie Sheen's mind.
Yeah.
So this like brought all the trauma and stress to him. So he did this film, went off and did 2.5 Men, then went crazy.
Yeah.
I reckon him going crazy and doing the coke binge and winning.
It's all due to that.
That's PTSD, mate, from this film.
Yeah.
That's my hypothesis.
Yeah, it sounded like it was a really stressful time, like filming it. Like they said, obviously with all the boot camp and stuff, and like, I don't know. I think some. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of another film now. But there was just like it wasn't great conditions. Like the director kept them like uncomfortable on purpose and like made them do those like night shifts and stuff like that where they had to stay awake, like because he needed them to feel the way that they needed to feel, like
It's
to make it
called
real.
fucking acting. Come on.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's method acting, isn't it? I guess to a degree.
Yeah, but that's
What? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
it's really frustrating because the point of acting is that you turn up and be someone that you're not.
Right.
So
But if you do something and act in a way that helps you deliver a better performance, what's wrong with that?
I think
It's not cheating. You're still doing it.
I feel like then though you're just basically filming people who have done that thing. You're not hiring actors. You're just hiring people to do a thing and then be that person.
Right, but they can. I mean, I've never taken an acting lesson, but I'm sure there's a lot more to it than just what I imagine.
What? So what do you imagine then?
Well,
You didn't explain that at all.
I mean, like, there's probably ways that like people interact with each other and give each other cues and things like that, like inherent things that you do as an actor, tips and tricks that you pick up along the way that a lot of people that are just watching it don't know are going on.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. So you be an actor, so you train to be an actor so that you get really good at all those things. Yeah.
And then you take it to another level by putting yourself in a situation that enhances both, physically you're looking drained, like your stuff that you can't actually control. Like it's hard to.
Nah, mate, because you train yourself to be able to just be that person.
Well, you train yourself to just be like disheveled and.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So you practice by yourself before you get to the film set. Before someone pays you to go to boot camp, you train to be able to be that person. You don't have to be hired to go to fucking boot camp. Because essentially what you're telling me now is that Charlie Sheen got this gig because they were like, oh, here's someone that we can get to go to boot camp. Yeah? And then he got his whole career because he did a film where he was just someone who was just in the army for a certain amount of time. And they just filmed his experience in the army.
But he did more than just. He wasn't just. Oh, no. No, Keiran. No. You're being too close-minded about this. Method acting may be different or weird, but I still think it's a valid method of acting. Thank you. That's all I wanted.
I feel like it goes too far, though. I think giving people PTSD, which is what evidently Charlie Sheen has, because he's become some kind of coke addict dude, that's
you
way
are
too much.
basing that argument purely on nothing other than what you reckon.
Mate, isn't everything based? Isn't this whole podcast based on what we reckon? That's the point. That's what we're doing here.
Okay, all right. Well, then I concede.
Thank you. This is what I wanted. I'll give you the podcast back.
Again, thank you.
Here's the episode back.
I'm done.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, no. So who do you want to be?
Oh, I would be not Junior.
No.
But I'd be one of the other black dudes.
Yeah.
Because they're the only guys who are having fucking fun. They're having a smoke, listening to Motown.
Yeah.
And just trying not to take the whole thing seriously. They're just having a good time with the bullshit that they're going through.
Yeah. That's That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all right.
Yeah. I would be Elias, the good lieutenant,
Yeah, you get shot though.
but
You die.
I'd tell Charlie Sheen he can come with me when I go away. I feel like that would definitely change up what happens. So basically, in the film, when the bit where Keiran was talking about where he goes away on his own and he's like running through the forest, he's killing mad people.
Not Charlie Sheen, the other lieutenant.
Willem Dafoe, Elias, the good lieutenant, is running through the forest, one-man commander in it, like crazy. But just before he does that, so he proposes because they're getting shelled by their own planes. Did you pick up on that? Did you notice?
Oh yeah, because the crappy bit wussy guy gave the wrong coordinates.
He gave the wrong coordinates. Yeah. So Willem Dafoe takes a group of the guys and he's like, right, we're going to go flank these guys. I've been here for 3 years. I've seen them do this before. They're going to come around here. So we're going to go and meet them there and we're going to pick them off. They're like, cool, that sounds good with me. Let's go. So they go and then they get there, they're set up, and then Willem Dafoe's like, right, now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to cut off these guys and I'm going to go and do this. And Charlie Sheen is just like, hey, can I come with you? And he's like, no, I'm better on my own. Mm-hmm. I would be like, yeah, come along, buddy. I see a lot of myself in you and I want to take you under my wing. So let's go. Mm-hmm. And then because I wouldn't be on my own, I wouldn't get shot by the other dude and I'd come back home and I'd get to eat normal foods and McDonald's and that sort of thing. Okay. Would you bring anyone in?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, no, actually, no. I was going to bring someone in from a previous film that we've watched.
Okay.
To shoot some people.
Okay.
But everyone that came to mind initially was like, no, don't bring anyone in, and anyone who shoots guns in, because no one can shoot guns. But then I remembered that when we watched Mad Max Fury Road, that Furiosa was a great shot. She was a wicked sniper.
She'd be good in this.
She was such a good sniper.
That would be cool. They didn't really have like a dude that was a sniper or a woman that was a sniper. You know, they didn't have a sniper person.
They just had the the whole time. So if she was just in the trees, she would pick them out like cherries. And so she would be like pop, 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 pop. Just picking them all out. Just bang, bang. All dead. Ding, ding, ding. Boom.
Ding, ding, ding. Boom.
Yeah.
I would bring the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in for some crazy hijinks.
Why would you...
Just think about it. Like this is how it comes in. This is a story all about how my life got time traveled into Vietnam. And he'd just be like, pulling crazy hijinks. He'd be like going up to the guys in the village, like, oh, how are you doing and all that, like hitting on all the women and all that, and then taking the rice and like sneaking off the base camp with it, and then he'd like start making a beat out of the rice or something. It would be the comic relief that this film needs.
I haven't ever seen Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How disappointed are you, Jordan?
Oh, that's a new one. Got to process that. Don't like that at all. That's terrible.
Never seen a single episode. Not a single scene.
What the hell, Keiran?
The only thing I've seen is that really emotional scene between him and...
you don't want to see the emotional parts. Oh my God. Go home. It's on Netflix. Go home and watch it.
Not seen it at all.
You'll love it. You'll actually love it.
Will I really like it?
You will. It's funny and it's nice and it's got Carlton doing the dance and it's got Uncle Phil. He's fat. It's great. It's great.
Okay.
You love like family fun things.
I do like.
You do. You'll love it, and it's got Will Smith. I mean,
okay.
Well, actually, though, but Will Smith from Suicide Squad is Deadshot. That might be good.
Is what?
Deadshot. He's just good at shooting stuff. Real good at shooting stuff. But I feel like I spent too much time on the Fresh Prince. I'll stick with the Fresh Prince.
Okay, stay with the Fresh Prince.
Is it Deadshot or is it Deadstroke?
I really don't care.
I hate myself for this.
Well, we'll probably have the whole of the DC
learning
brigade coming in to correct you on whatever you said.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm learning some things.
Come in and have a go at me. 250reasons@gmail.com.
Nice.
Or 250 reasons on all social media.
1. I said nice at the start.
Oh, right. Okay.
So-
I was like, 250 reasons 1? No, it's just
No,
250.
no.
It's 250 reasons on all social media.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that all we got?
I think that's it. So would you stay indoors?
No.
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 Can
Can I give a little bit of an explanation?
Yes.
I didn't like it. Your turn.
Would I don't know. It depends on what mood I'm in. Because even if I was in the mood for a war film, it would still be a bit kind of crap towards the end. So I'm going to stick to my guns.
Hey.
And say no. Go outside.
Okay.
There's a lot of other war films that you could watch that would be better than this if you're in that mood.
All right.
So what are we watching next week, Kieran?
Next week we are watching Stalker.
We are watching Stalker.
That is correct. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
what?
Well, when I say you, I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
I'm talking to the listeners. So I'm saying, how's about watch the film and then give us a 15-second pitch and send it to 250reasons@gmail.com.
And we will copy it and not give you any credit.
No, we'll put it in the episode.
We will. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, but you can't possibly be happy because the podcast is now over. You can find us on 250reasons@gmail. No, that's not it.
.com.
Yeah, well, 250reasons@gmail.com, or you can find us at 250reasons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also listen to us and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Podbean, what's the other one? Acast, and you can also find us on YouTube. So, guys, there's no bloody excuse. Go out, listen to the podcast, come back, give us your goddamn your review. Let us know what you think, because believe it or not, we slightly care. Not much, not enough to do anything about it, but we care. So, go over, have a listen, tell us what you think, and then we're out. Bye.